China cites growing racial tensions, rising gun violence, and the poor response to the pandemic. It points out that the country has less than 5% of the world's population, but accounted for more than a quarter of the world's COVID-19 cases. More than 500,000 Americans have died, nearly 20% of the global total. The report also alleges minorities in the U.S. suffer from systemic discrimination. African Americans are 3 times more likely to be infected by the coronavirus than white people and are twice as likely to die. They are also 3 times more likely to be killed by police. The report also noted gun sales and violence in the U.S. are at record highs. More than 41,000 Americans were killed by guns last year. That's an average of 110 deaths per day, although more than half of those are suicides. There were nearly 600 mass shootings nationwide last year. And earlier spoke with our current affairs commentator Einar Tangen about China's accusations.
It's because they failed to, take adequate response to it, and that has disproportionately affected minorities. If you're African American, you're 3.5 times more likely to get it and twice as likely to die than a white American. So you see this kind of indifference to the plight of individuals. Also, the massive number of people who have been locked out of jobs, who have been put out of jobs, who do not have health care anymore, who are now suffering, people who are going to be evicted. The government has taken a very passive attitude toward this. They're trying to pass more stimulation, but there's so many things within that bill which have nothing to do with helping people who are going through this terrible tragedy. More violence incites more handgun ownership. In essence, the first duty of a government is to protect its people, to provide safety in their streets, homes, schools, places of work, places of worship. But that can't be done. The government has said clearly, we can't protect you, you need to protect yourself. But that is a underlying failure. You would say, in essence, it's a broken state if you cannot provide the very essence of safety in your society.